guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, it's Jay though, and I wanted to talk to you all about sorry, let me grab my phone because I'm gonna need to charge it. So today I wanted to talk to you guys. If you hear anything, they're doing construction upstairs, so sorry about that. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about having imposter syndrome in Christ. And I know I'm not the only person that has gone through this before, and I want to let you know that you're not alone and we can get through this together. We also have to do the work in order to get what Christ has for us and want to walk with Him and walk in the path that He has laid out for us. And so, one of my biggest struggles is idolization, and I know that I'm not the only person that's dealt with this. Let me know in the comments if you are kind of going through a similar situation in your walk, or if you have any advice or tips on how to overcome. I know that this is a journey and it is day by day, so I'm trying not to put be too hard on myself or allow the enemy to make me think that I'm not worthy or I'm just gonna go back to my old ways anyway. So to make a long story short, after my fast that I did and I shared with you all here on YouTube, I feel like I kind of fell back into the patterns that I was doing. Definitely have made progress, meaning like been more intentional with not cussing, and if I do, it's been maybe one or two slip ups. Really trying to fully transform my mind, but knowing that I'm in my own way, like going back to eating crap and allowing that spirit of glutton that I literally seen in my bedroom not take control over me fully, but allow access in to be able to shake me when it needs to, or use me in the way of overindulging in food, or not honoring my body as a temple the way that God had intended us to do. And it's really been hard. And I always say mind over matter, and I keep getting those reminders, but I just refuse to continue to let it control my life anymore. So I know that every day is a new day to choose Christ and just give everything to Him and not try to have so much control of things. So I really have been trying to not be too much in my head, but I'm human, so I have kind of like felt down. Like I feel like what I'm putting in my body, and I know that that's something that I'm actively working on. Like today, I made better choices today, and I want to continue to do that. So I'm gonna go to the grocery store, so I'm more conscious about eating more home cooked meals. I did for the most part last week or over the weekend, but I just want to make a conscious effort to not like snack or want a late night meal and eat smaller portions and things like that. So I don't idolize food, because I have put that before spending time in the Bible. The other thing I wanted to talk about was social media, TikTok mainly. And even though that my FYP is kind of set up where it is more biblical stuff that comes through, I can spend hours and hours and hours scrolling, laughing, getting a word. And yeah, that is part of me discussing God, but that's taken away from me spending time with God. It's one thing to talk about God with your friends and your loved ones. It's another completely different thing to spend time really getting to know God and letting God fully in. If I can spend hours scrolling, I can spend hours praising. I can spend hours studying. And it's not a job, it's not a chore. It's what I'm choosing to do because I understand that Jesus is my Lord and Savior. And I've given my life to Him the way He has given His life up for me. I'm not trying to strive for perfection. And I feel like I have a perfectionist type of thing about letting Him down. But I think the biggest letdown, in my personal opinion, is me allowing shame and guilt to keep me astray from Him. And so I think that's like the biggest thing with that. And I know that I need to do better with just in general, just spending more time with him, and not I'm not doing this for aesthetic or because it's trendy. Like, this is a life or death type of thing for me. And so I know that Jesus is the way, Jesus is the light, and if my life doesn't reflect what I wear around my neck every single day, then that's a problem that can be solved. Again, it's a journey and it's work that can be done, but I have to really, for me to get things, it has to be as a matter of fact. Like I told y'all in my fast video, that it can't be black, like it has to be black or white. That was one thing that was another thing that I've been dealing with, is social media or playing games on my phone. Me and Cortland watched The Porch the other day, and it was so good, y'all. Like, it was so good, and it's a process. Like, the movie, of course, it jumped to different clips, it jumped to different time periods, but to be realistic, it was over a year for that young man's life transformation. And I know it's not going to be quick, these things that I'm mentioning, but I can today, not that I haven't been reading my Bible, but I'm not spending as much time with that or with God as I am doing other things that are not a priority. And by me doing that, I'm not as productive as I need to be. I'm feeling lazy. I'm over here feeling sorry for myself or feeling shamed. And I know I'm not the only person that's going through that. And if I am, Lord, guide me, which I know that He will. But for those who may be going through something similar, you're not alone, and I hold your hand, sister or brother, to let you know that I'm here, and we're going to get through this together. We're going to be on this journey together, hand in hand, and God has us. And then the last thing that I was mentioning was, and I think I may have that in the other video, but if I don't, I feel like I've idolized motherhood. And I say that because it is one of my top dreams to be a mother and to have a child for me and Cortland. We want to be parents so badly. And I feel like after watching a YouTube video from her channel is Face Over Matter, love Jalen. She was talking about her engagement process and how she literally had to give up the idolization of being married. And she was just like, you know what? I know that I have to be okay if this doesn't happen. God, maybe that's not for me. And I have to be cool with it just being me. And that is when God delivered. And I don't want to do that. I have to literally learn to be okay if it's not in the cards. If God doesn't have it in the cards for us to physically have children. But because He's such a gracious God anyway, He has blessed us with 4 godchildren. And we love them so much. We love them so much, as well as the boatload of nieces and nephews that we have. But, we're already parents. He's already preparing us. If that's something I truly desire, it's not that God doesn't want to fulfill it, but going back to food being an idol, I haven't prepared my body enough to have a child. Cortland hasn't prepared his body enough for us to be parents. And that's just me being candid, me being open, honest, and vulnerable. And if we don't prepare for what we want, and that's with anything, parenthood, money, jobs, anything you want to do, you have to prepare for the things that you want. And if you're not prepared for it, how are you going to be a good steward over it? You know what I'm saying? And so, regardless, I'm going to get my health together. Regardless, I'm going to get my finances together. Regardless, I'm going to do the work in order to live better, be better. And this thing around my neck, like I said, be an example that when you see this, oh, I can't do this because Jay here. We can't indulge in that because Jay here. Oh, chill out. You got to respect that Jade ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, I thank God for even opening up my eyes as much as He has. And He will continue to do, and for allowing me to be surrounded by people who are just as hungry, or even if they're further ahead in their journey or behind me or right next to me in my journey. We're all trying to handle each other with care, with love, and through God. And I'm so grateful for that. I truly am. And with that journey, it comes with losses, it comes with gains. And you have to be okay with both, either way, because at the end of the day, all you need is God. All you need is God. You can't survive without Him. I can't live without God. I can't live without God. I can't live without Him. So why am I putting Him in the back seat and everything else in the front? And I don't want to do that. I just don't. I don't want to be left behind. I don't want to know what it's like to go to hell. I don't want to know that. So I'm saying all that to say God is an amazing God. He's a loving God. He's a forgiving God. And I just want to continue my journey as best as I can. As long as we really put our foot forward to dedicate more time with God and resting in that quiet place with Him, we're going to be just fine. We're going to be just fine. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.